Hello again, REO Rockstars. Mike Costigan here, giving you a backstage look to what the REO world is really all about. Now, I'm always telling you about checking your vendors and not relying on simply hearing that work was done and work was done well. I'm going out to inspect one of my properties that had a major rehab done. This house had mold everywhere. It was trash inside and out, an absolute disaster. I haven't pulled up to the house yet because I want to give you a real world look at what we go through. And let's hope that this was a really good job done on this house. Okay, let's head towards it. Okay, here we go. Let's keep our fingers crossed. As I said, this house was a complete and total disaster. Trash all over the porch, a lot of rotted wood. Now, there wasn't a total rehab done on the house, but a lot of cleanup and repair. The house should look much better than it did to begin with. A lot of mold it wasn't really remediation, but a lot of cleanup done, and a lot of mold the drywall should have been removed and or replaced and painted. I'm not really sure what we authorized on this. It was done by my vendor manager. So let me get inside here and take a look. Okay, first thing I notice when I get out of the car, and you should always be mindful of things like this when you're visiting your properties, especially if work's been done. I'm noticing on the garage doors, one locks sideways, one locks down. Tells me one of them is probably open. Hopefully it's got an opener that's just keeping it locked. I think that may be our case here. Fortunately, yes. Okay, that's a good thing, especially if you've had rehab work done on your house. You definitely don't need any more entry into the property. Now, I can see we haven't done any major work. A lot of the stuff hasn't been repaired. Trash is gone. Does look a lot cleaner than it did. Looks like they've ignored all of our notices. And they still never reported to their gas company that they moved out. Okay, let's go inside and I'll show you what we got. Okay, now, for those of you who don't do REOs or are brand new to the REO business, this may kind of surprise you, but I'm telling you this is very normal repair in an REO. What we've done is we've actually ordered mold removal. This entire basement, it wasn't 100 contiguous feet, but it definitely had some water issues and it had some mold growing on the sheetrock. So what do? Instead of coming in and repairing the sheetrock, they've come in and just completely removed it. So now what I'm looking for here is not necessarily so much quality of work. I just want to inspect and make sure that the drywall has been removed all the way up to a level where there's absolutely no mold growing in this property. As you can see, it's all just been kind of ripped out and cut out and taken down, but I see no evidence of mold so far. Like some of the framing has been beat up a little bit. I'm going to want to report that because they should have figured that. They should have fixed that. Again, a little more framing damage. It's very minor stuff, but it is their responsibility when they come out here to do the work to not do any further damage to the house. You can see back into the crawl space. There was no mold here. It was just here. And again, you see it's just been completely stripped of all the drywall and any of the materials that contain the mold so that we have no further mold growth inside of this property. All in all, looks like they did a pretty decent job. Cleared it out. You can see the source of the water, though, has not been addressed. We're going to need to get that addressed. There's still water, obviously, has come in through the garage, through the doors, through the cinder blocks, and we're probably going to need to get this stuff sealed up as well. But all in all, it's a good idea to follow up on your vendors. Although there's just a few minor things they haven't done, relatively the job was done well and it was done quick, and definitely looks, although it's unusual when you come down and you see base sheetrock ripped out and not replaced, A lot of times this is what your clients are going to do. Real quick and easy fixes, remove any safety violations, anything that could cause any health hazards, get the house ready to go, get it right up on the market. Okay, there it is, guys. Again, Mike Costigan out here giving you a backstage pass into living the REO life. Have a good one. We'll talk soon.